Hi guys, and welcome to the long-awaited pond update video, the wildlife pond video I promised when we built it. I said I'd do an update video later on in the year. It's now September, mid-September. Weather's starting to just get a little bit cold, and I thought I'd do an update video just before the weather really properly turns. So it's been about 5 months since we made the wildlife pond video. I did also mention in that video that we're going to do some landscaping. As you can probably see behind me, we did. We've not quite finished yet. Ran out of materials during lockdown, but should be finished in the next month or so. But we've done all sort of the pond side of the garden is all finished. So I thought I'd let you have a look at that and let you have a look at how the pond has been getting on. Planted up around the pond and in the pond as well, and we've had some wonderful visitors. Let's go and have a look at the pond. So guys, here it is. Looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Obviously the pond, same as it was. What we've done is laid a patio here, as you can see, and all around the pond area we've laid pebbles into the water, just in case any animals fall in, can't get out, obviously to aid the creatures getting out. We do have hedgehogs visit the garden, which are becoming fairly rare these days, and they do come up here and drink, so obviously we don't want them falling in, so they can get out with no problem at all. But it's been wonderful, the amount of wildlife we've had in the pond. You know, we sit here, watch the bees come and have a drink. We've got all sorts in here, pond skaters, obviously water boatmen, various forms of water beetles that I can't recognise. We've had tadpoles, which we did bring in, but we watched those develop. It was brilliant for the kids. We've put a lily in the corner over there, as you can see. Although we've missed the flowering of that, we had some beautiful red flowers from that. What we've done around the edge, as you can see, it's planted it with various plants around the edge of the pond. But what we've done on the advice of some people on Facebook page is put some watercress in. We've put some watercress in. Obviously you can harvest it and eat it. It's gone absolutely crazy. That's what this stuff is, all around the edge of the pond. It's full of watercress, but we've got some forget-me-nots, some water marigold there, which is just establishing. As I say, all these plants are obviously still establishing, but we've got this lovely beach area, and fortunately, because we have such horrendous soil in the garden, it's absolutely full of pebbles and slate, which you can probably see behind me, which I'll show you in a minute. Being very near the river, I think that's clearly where the pebbles have come from, but we've managed to get all this absolutely for free whilst landscaping the garden. We've been sieving out pebbles. We've literally got all these pebbles, tons and tons of pebbles out of the soil in the garden. So it saved us an absolute fortune. Very, very fortunate in that way, but when it comes to digging the garden, it does make it absolutely horrendous. You can't put a spade in the ground more than about an inch without hitting a rock or a piece of slate or a pebble. But it does mean lots of building material for free. And as I say, we've built all this beach area absolutely for nothing. There's wasp in here now, having a drink. But we've had all sorts of creatures in here, as I say. And what we have done as well, which is perhaps a bit of a cardinal sin for a wildlife pond, but we have put a couple of goldfish and a couple of shabunkins in there. The rest of the family had a chat about it, and we decided we wanted some fish. As I say, I think it's not ideal if you're going to have just a wildlife pond, but there are just a few fish in there swimming about. But we did bring some weed in as well. I think it's milfoil. Brought it in from a long established pond, from a friend's pond, so we know it's disease free, etc, etc. There's clearly lots of creatures come in with that. Now I'm sure you'll be able to see, but the pond has stayed very clear. I know a lot of people have trouble with ponds that go really dirty coloured and algae. The water gets full of algae. We don't have any of those problems at all. I'm presuming because of all the plant growth that we've got obviously all this watercress in here using up the nutrients, but we do have a bit of trouble with sort of more filamentous algae, which is in amongst the milfoil, the oxygenating plants. It's a case of having to drag that out occasionally, and you can probably see it in and amongst the edges, but as a trade-off between that and really dirty water, I'd rather have clear water and a bit of filamentous algae, to be honest. But it's not too bad, and it's getting less now. The sun is dropping in the sky. This is now in shade a lot of the time from the house, which is over that way, and the sun goes around this way. So yeah, it's been absolutely wonderful. I mean, some of the creatures we've had, like I say, we've had. I saw a frog actually only yesterday in here, big frog. I don't know if it's one of ours that's come back or what. There's a big frog in here. We've had toads around. We've had newts. We've seen newts in here. Even something called a horsehair worm, which I'd never seen before. Bizarre worm, about 100 mil long, swimming across the pond, white thing. But yeah, it's been absolutely wonderful experience, and it's great for the kids as well. And it's starting to look much better now. All these plants are maturing and settling in. And great. Got some irises there. We're looking forward to those flowering next year. Some yellow flag irises. But yeah, we've just sort of made this sort of beach area. If I spin you round, you'll be able to see a bit better down here. There we go. We just planted this up with various plants. That the pond liner actually goes quite a long way across here. And we've got this as a sort of more for bog plants and marshy plants. We've had some successes, some failures. Some plants absolutely love it, and some have just died off straight away. But a lot of these plants in here, up to about this sort of distance, are all ones that like to keep their feet in the water. Literally, there's water all the way under there. There's the forget-me-not you can see over there, water forget-me-not, which is starting to spread, and that's the water marigold. What we've done as well, just in the edge of the pond, as you do, we've planted up in pots, except we haven't used pots, we've just used the bags, Hessian bags. Just planted up around the edge. This water marigold, various other plants up there, which I can't remember the name of. But just marginal plants, which are all starting to establish now. We'll get some lovely flowers as well coming. It's brilliant, fantastic. It's been a very, very rewarding. What we've also done, because we had some offcuts left from the pond liner, is actually made, I want to say a waterfall, but it's not really a waterfall. It's more of a stream, really, along here, again, with the pebbles and some of the slate. We don't use it very often. It doesn't run all the time. It's literally just when we come out here, just for the nice, wonderful sound of trickling water. So I'm going to go and turn it on now so you can hear it. So guys, I hope that's given you a bit of inspiration to get out there and dig yourself a wildlife pond. It's, as I say, it's been very rewarding. We often get them in the morning, open the curtains and watch the pigeons and the crows having a bath in here. We did wonder why we kept getting like a film of oil on the top, and we couldn't quite work out what was going on, and then we realised it was coming off the pigeons when they're having a bath in here. But you know, it's a wildlife pond, isn't it? So all wildlife is welcome. So I hope you enjoyed that update, a bit of a look around at what we've been doing and how the pond's looking especially. So thank you very much for watching, and get out there and dig yourself a pond.